Hi, hello, g'day, kia ora, welcome to the studio. I'm Paula from Moxy Mojo. Thank you for joining me for today's prompts for Junk Journal January for 2024. So it's the 10th and the prompt is layered. Now I've decided that for this prompt I want to use as many let me rephrase it. I want to only use scraps that I have. I don't want to use any like full new pieces of paper. I want to use scraps from what I've done already. So we're onto this half of the page. So we've already got some decoration there. And I'm okay if I go over the page or not. Now, one thing I have started doing, and I went back and did all the rest, is I've inked around the pages except for this cover. So every pair of pages has got the same coloured ink around them. And so this was the Wild Honey. This one was Mowed Lawn. No, this was black. This was Wilted Violet. I'm just trying to check them off to make sure I get the right one. This was the Mowed Lawn. This was Walnut Stain. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to use, I think, Walnut Stain again for around the pages for this. Because this one, it doesn't matter. It can go with any colour. But this one, because I'm using like all these leftover bits, they're mainly in sort of that brown tone. So we're going to go with that again. So I'm going to ink the pages, this one after the fact and this one before I start. Just because I think it's going to be easier. And I want to make sure it's done. Now I'm like separating the journal pages, this side from what's underneath, because I don't want to get any ink on the underneath pages. Same as I'm being very careful on these ends, I want to make sure I'm only inking this side, not the other. And as soon as I start talking, my voice goes croaky again. I've got no idea what's causing it. But hopefully it's not affecting the video too much. And if it is, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. Now, hopefully this is going to be a quick video today because it's sort of early afternoon and the sun is streaming in and it is incredibly hot. Okay, so we've inked, we're ready to go. So I've got, and I'll quickly run through what I've pulled out. I've got some of the freebie ephemera that was made available to everyone when they signed up. I've got a bit of book page, and this one is kind of being my focus for where I'm going with this page, because I've got rose coloured there. So I thought that would be quite cool to have as being the inspiration for how everything goes together. Hence sort of the pink tones in some of what I'm using. So that's definitely going on. I've got scraps of tissue paper. I've got some of those tea and coffee dyed doilies. This is some of the Tim Holtz tissue. This was that origami paper. This was the one I cut out that I recut So I don't want to waste that. I've also got the offcuts of that. It's more of the freebie, these two. That goes with that. Another doily. I've also got like a white, scrap of white doily. I've got printables here. That's a freebie. That goes with that lot there. I've got tea and coffee dyed paper. This was an offcut of a piece of patterned scrapbooking paper. This is some of the leftover scraps of that calico that I dyed with my ink dents. That's that cleanup paper, tea and coffee dyed paper. Okay, so let's just put that there and kind of go through. So we're wanting that pinky tone, so I quite like that. We've got that, and I think that will be quite good. I like the crown, so I want to use that. I like this doily, how it's kind of got pink tones in here as well. Now what else do we have? Now, oh hang on, there was a printable bit that was, where's that envelope? I lost it. I know it's here somewhere. I saw it before. Is that it? There it is. Found it. Oh, and that music paper too. So, that's got my pinky tones as well. And I quite like that music paper. Right. So now how are we going to put it all together? So I want that kind of there. And I want this. I don't need all of this, I don't think. But we've got rose bush, rosebud. So maybe we tear it across there. So we've got rosebud down to rose coloured. That's cool. So that can go there. I might just, I just don't like that pointy up bit. There, that's a bit better. Right, so there. Now, we want this to show with these pinky roses somehow. So, let's put that there. And we've got this. So what we're doing is we've got like kind of these see-through bits underneath. And then I'm building up on top of it, you know, layering the bits. And each bit as it goes on top, I like to see kind of part of what's underneath. So I like that 72 coming up there. And that's from the music sheet, which I'll tear down, I think. And then this is going to go on here. So I need the pinky bit out a wee bit, but not on top of those flowers. So I'm going to have to place these flowers. So I'm going to like lose part of the bottom of the circle, but that's okay. And I don't think I want I won't use that whole piece. So I'll probably cut about there, I think. So I'm just kind of getting a rough idea of where I want to put things. So that looks quite cool by the time I trim off and shape everything. Do I want some of this? It's not quite, not really pinky coloured. And I can't believe I'm doing something that's pinky coloured again. Well, hang on, has this got more pink on it? Which one? That one's actually got a bit more pink on it, I think. So if we do that and then that, I think, yep, so won't use that one. We've got some of that. Don't know. I've already got some type stuff. So, okay, I think we'll put that away. Might hold on to that ticket just in case. So, right. Remove those as options. Now, I've pulled out. So, I've got this, which was in my cluster book, which I thought might go in there. But I'm not sure because it brings in the brown, but also gives us a pop of the real bright pink, which would be quite cool. But then I've also got, like, so I've got these butterflies on tickets. And this was a printable, I think, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head right now who it was. And these are, so I've got stickers. These are stickers on clear acetate or clear backgrounds, and they were from Temu. There was these, which are washi stickers from Temu. And then this is a picture of a rose that I cut out of a magazine. I think it was Daphne's Diary. And I've just fussy cut around it, leaving about a 1mm edge around. Which is quite shocking for me because we all know I hate fussy cutting. But I liked that rose and thought it would come in handy. So I think what I'll do is, rather than worrying about decorating with that lot, and even that, I'll get this bit all kind of glued into place, and then that will allow me to then decide what I want to do. And I'm going to, I think I will glue on and then trim some of these to the side of the page once I'm ready. So I quite like, so I'll leave that lot there. So these ones here, so this, so if I leave that there, so this I want, if I go around the crown, and then just down, I like that. Well, tough if I don't like it because that's what I've got. And I'll put that, I want that up just about there, I think. And then I can straighten up that edge there. So that, and I don't, because that doily went across about here, didn't it? So I don't need all of this. So I can tear across there and save that for something else. So this here. So for my tissue and anything that's see-through, I prefer this Crafter's Choice craft glue because it does, because it's acetone based. I find it is better for paper on paper, for like, especially see-through things like this. And then I can see the wind is, well, not the wind, the fan I've got going is just picking up stuff as it comes around the corner from me, blocking it. So I just need to be careful. I don't want things blowing away. So we will clear that up because we don't want glue left on our workspace, just in case we put things down. And I can't remember. Oops. That's good. Stick it to the desktop. And we want this. That'll do about there. And now there's just a wee bit of glue on top of there. Whoops, no, I did not say slide up. Okay, so whoops, there's a bit of string of glue there. More glue on the top. And that's the other thing I love about this glue, is it cleans up into little wee glue balls. Right, so now just a smidge, a very tiny smidge, and then you'll do what you're told. Alright, so that's on there. So now we're going to put this music paper. Now, I want to just kind of tear along there. And then we're going to tear this way, because I don't want it to be a straight line. And it kind of then blends with the background a wee bit, so that's there. And then I don't need all of that, so we're going to tear it around about there. And again, more scraps that can be used again. So right, like that. Now we need some more of this glue. Shift you out the way. I'm just kind of going around the outside, and then there's a couple of stripes there. I've got some glue on the table, but main thing is we want to spread this out. Stay! Alright, so clean the glue on the table, shift the glue bottle. And now we pick this up, drop it down where we don't want it, and there. That doesn't worry me if it's straight or not. Now the only problem is with this, I've found with this music paper and this particular glue, is that it seems to seep through. And then I get a whole lot of glue balls, for lack of, I'm calling them glue balls because I don't want to call them the other name I was calling them. So now we've got this one, and we don't need all of this, so we're going to put this one here, and we really just want to rose coloured, so I'm going to tear across there. Again, leaving bits for what we want. So this bit, so now we're deciding where we're putting these ones. Oops, make sure you use the right side, Paula. So we want the pink to show mainly. And I don't care if it goes over here. So we're going to put that about there, I think. And then we can cover that edge that way. Alright, so this is next to go on. Now this, I'm happy to use the art glitter glue. And because it's so hot in here, it is probably going to squirt out of the bottle and be uncontrollable. And I'm not worrying about getting the glue too close to the edges on these, because I'm layering things over the top. They're going to help hold everything in place. So now that was about there. So we still see some of the music underneath. Alright, so now we're going to put this one on. And so we want that about there. So I need to make sure that when I put it on, the pink flowers are above the edge. We can see rose coloured on there. Right, so what I might do is flip this over, find a pen. Pencil would be better, but I don't know where one is. And then we're going to draw along here so that I know roughly where to glue. Right, you can just go over there. So now here we go. Glue, glue around the edge. And then I find it's easier to glue, you know, just in parts, not try to glue the whole thing all at once. Alright, so that's there. So now we're going. That's there. It's rose coloured. That's there. So it's a wee bit over, but that's fine. So now I will check the edges. Yeah, see I've gone a wee bit over, but that's okay. So I can check the edges when I trim them, and I can do it now. I just wanted to check if I needed to put extra glue, and yeah, I do. So that's one. Just try not to get a crease in it, Paula. Two. That one's a bit better. But now, yeah, I've got a crease in there. Right, nothing too bad coming out. No, that's good. Right, so we've got that. Now we've got this one, and this is going to come over. Where's it going to go? It's going to go about there. So we want, if we say that one there to halfway there. Which one? That to that. Alright, so there to there. That's roughly what we want, I think. And again, we may just need to do some fix up gluing and trimming. I'm just kind of gluing like the bigger patches of this. And there. Right, that's good. So you can see a few of the words coming through. You can see some of that tissue paper coming through. You can see the flowers coming through there. So that's good. I like that. So now we've got to put some of this on. And we want it about there. So what I might do with this is just trim this a wee bit right from the start. So about there. And I'm pretty sure that's not straight, but that's okay. We will sort that out. At least it gives me an idea of where I need to glue. Rather than having a whole piece and only partially gluing it. It makes it more awkward trying to do that. Yeah, we want this. Oh yeah, about there. And I'm just kind of folding it a little bit to make sure I'm on the edge and it's going to be trimmed. So I like that there. And it's good to be able to include some of the pieces from the freebie to use them, seeing as they were very kindly created and donated to everyone. Alright, so that's there. Now I haven't inked anything around the edges. I always forget, that's okay. Alright, so we've got this bit here. Let's start by tearing it out. So now okay, so I've got that bit there I need to just be wary of. So I still want some of this brown card left. And this was just some scrapbook paper, 12 by 12, that I was never going to use, but I loved that it was craft and was printed. So I thought, okay, yep, I'll use that for putting clusters on as backgrounds. And then so that, it actually does look quite good there. Maybe bring that there so I'm not, and what I'll have to try and do is when I trim the page, which maybe I'll do that first, because I don't want to trim this off. I'm okay with it like this little wee bit hanging off, even though I should have learnt my lesson. Alright, so turn this around. And now we're going to trim this all along the edge of the journal page. Right, so that's one. Yep. Oh, I just got that out. Damn. And trim there. Okay, alright, so more scraps. They'll come in handy. Alright, so now, all I can see now is that pink. Alright, so, no, don't want to make it more obvious than it is. So if we put that there, so let's have a look there. Yeah, I think it needs something, but before we go definite, what are we putting on top? So we've got our butterflies and flowers, we've got our roses, and then we've got our clear stickers. So we can go there, or we can go, so that needs something underneath it. Yeah, looks okay. And this is the bit that I always struggle with, I have the most trouble with, is doing the decoration at the end. So, or we can do that just like that. See, I think it's too big for on there, but this is kind of growing on me now, so no, they're out. So I need to find something to go on it. Okay, that fits quite nicely. And that kind of brings in the white tones, gives me 3 of the white. That, no, that loses its thing. You kind of lose it on there, so that way there. I think you'd lose that on there. That one would be okay. Alright, so our choices are, we've got that one there, and we've got that sticker there. The only thing is, I think we might, I mean the green was lovely, but I think that rose will get lost. So I think that's the best one. And even though rose coloured is normally pink, I think for this we're having the rose, but it's white. I can live with that. Right, so there. Oops, that wasn't expected. You're not supposed to go flying. I know you're trying to escape, but guess what? You're being attached to the page whether you like it or not. And I think we want that down there. And there we go. Problem solved. Alright, a bit of glue on my finger. So now we're going to put this, if I can get the backing off. Right, there we go. Ah! Alright, I like that. Oops, lost the backing already. And that kind of, the green tones kind of mirror what's on that other side. So, there. That's my version of layering. Whoops. Better put the pin back in the glue. Now, what we're going to do is just go over here. And remember to do it. And then that also helps tie the two pages together as well. Right. So now what we need to do is write on there. Now I've still got this pen from last night. That's my, or from yesterday, my Tombow Mono Twin pen. So where are we going to write this? So I think we might do it around there. So let's go. Layering and, or layered, same thing. 10th January 2024. And we get the date right. We don't get the title of the page right, but hey, can't get everything right. And for a change, there's white space. Will wonders never cease? Okay, I've had fun in the studio. I hope you have. I will see you back in the studio tomorrow. Bye for now.